What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another week of Is That a Read? It's the show where we do psychic readings on this week's hottest celebrity hot topics. I'm your girl, Victoria, the queen of all things tarot. And this is my awesome co-host, Julian.
Hey y'all, I got my cards here. I'm ready to dig into these hot topics. What we got going on, Victoria?
Interesting week, you guys. I think we all have had an interesting week, have we not? It was election week, so I'm not going to speak too much on that topic. You know, that's for another channel, okay? But if you guys like our content, don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Then let's get straight into the drama. So, Julian, tell us about our first story.
Yeah, so Chappell Roan, we all know her. She has all the top hits going on right now. Has just fired her management, and we have no idea why. I saw the article, I read the article. They didn't really say much, and she just got nominated for four Grammy nominations, and her old management company, State of the Art, Nick Bobetsky, did not post anything about it because she is no longer with them. So what is going on? She's been going through a lot. She has, been getting her ups and downs when it comes to her mental health. She's been very vocal and honest about that, how the rise to fame has affected her. And now she is giving up the people that got her to this point. So, I mean, I have questions. I want to know why. I want to know, like, if this was the right move for her. Like, but what do you think, Victoria?
I think it's the era of the bad bitch, and I'm all for it. Like, at the end of the day, these artists have been robbed by management, by the industry for decades, for eons, since the beginning of time. And now these artists are like, listen, I am a business, okay? And I'm going to run myself accordingly. So, yes, you got me to the point I am today, but I'm trying to go somewhere else tomorrow. So, peace out. And it looks like the management, it obviously doesn't look like they left in good spirits because they didn't even congratulate homegirl on all her awards. Like, I'd be like, you can't even say good job. Like, you got your percentage. Did you not? Okay, so take your little percentage and keep it moving. Kick rocks. So, I mean, I'm all for it. Chappelle is a rising star. She is. Like, there was even rumors that Rihanna was saying that, actually, no, Rihanna don't want to work with her. Rihanna want to work with Billie Eilish. Let me just roll it back. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Rihanna want to work with Billie Eilish. But Chappell Roan is still rolling. She's still moving up in the ranks. So I'm happy for her. If this was the best decision for her, then I all support girl power. Went out. Management, bye-bye. Don't cry. Too bad. Move on to the next one. Oh, well. So, Julian, you've got your questions. You said you want to know what was behind this?
Yeah. What caused this? Is it because she just needed to get to the next level and she didn't think they had it? I'll do that.
Okay. And I will go, how is this decision going to play a part in her career in the next 10 years?
I like that. Adding a time limit. Let's see. What is going on? Yeah. So here, I feel like she is moving forward. It is clear. We have the star card. There's direction in her career to move forward. And that's definitely what she wants. I feel like she tried to have a conversation with them on how to, make her deal with them a little bit better. We have the birds and we have the dog. So I feel like she did feel loyal and she wanted to have like a regular conversation. I feel like they wouldn't budge though, because here is her trying to be financially secure. This is Lily's. This is about a financially secure woman, but they weren't meeting her demands, which is crazy because, she is probably going to be like the next Lady Gaga or something like that. So they should, a little goes a long way with her. So because of that, she let them go. Here's the snake. Here's the thing. Here's this guy cutting that off because they weren't seeing eye to eye. So she had to shed that skin so that she could get what she wants. And I feel like she's in a better position because she'll be able to get a better deal with someone else because they would be crazy not to.
Yeah, they definitely would be crazy not to. She's definitely in a power position right now. I see in the next 10 years, she is definitely in a position right now to have a nice, fresh start. But I feel like this is not going to be the only career move she's going to make in her trajectory. I feel like the next people that she works with will get her far enough, but I think there's still going to be a little bit of blockage there. But ultimately, I see her finding the perfect match and not only finding success. And what I'm seeing is more like creative freedom. Like creative freedom is more important to her. Like I feel like in the next 10 years, like she's really going to be at the helm. And I think that's really the creative freedom aspect is really one of the main drivers here. And it may end up being like her being a little bit more independent. Is ultimately the choice. So the cards that I have backing this up, the Ace of Wands. This is the fresh new beginning, the victory over challenges. And then we've got the Hermit. This is like doing things on my own. So it's like whatever she decides to do, she might ultimately decide, I want to do things. I'm going to be, my management. Like I want to be more independent. Why the Three of Cups? This is the creativity, the creative self-expression, and having the enjoyment in your work. And then the Emperor. This is like, I am in charge. I'm calling the shots. I'm ruling the show. So, she's going to be taking more and more power moves in the next 10 years and might ultimately be at the helm of her career as an independent artist. So,
wow.
Good for you, Chappell.
Yeah.
We're for you, girl. No power. All right. So next up, you guys know Sansa Stark and Joe Jonas got a divorce. I mean, Sophie Turner. I call her Sophie Turner, but we know she's Sansa. We know. So they got divorced about a year ago, and Sophie finally spoke up about how she feels about it in a recent magazine article. Now she still is in a little bit of a legal, red tape, so she couldn't say much. But she said she's super sad, so sad that they weren't able to work it out in their marriage. In my mind, why you sad? Because you getting divorced. You the one that want the divorce. So why you sad? You need to be happy. Turn that frown upside down, girl. But anyway, her whole thing is like she had to move from England, live in the United States, raise her kids. She left her friends, she left her family, and she never really fully felt whole living over here with us. I'm not offended, not at all. But anyway, now she's moved back. She's got her friendships back. She's just really sad when her kids have to go and visit their daddy. She misses that. But her dream is like a perfect co-parenting relationship with Joe Jonas, where they can spend holidays with their families combined together and all of that. I mean, everything here sounds like y'all marriage should have worked. I don't know what's going on. Like, was there more to it than what meets the eye?
Ooh.
I feel like part of me is like, the sex was probably mediocre. I'm sorry. Because if you get along, if even after a divorce, y'all are still in good spirits, if you was sad that the marriage didn't work out, sex was mediocre. Because you like, man, it's too bad, so sad. But I'm sure she's swinging off the chandeliers at this point. Like, I don't know, Julian. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I know she was sad. She had to live over here, but they both had hella money. Like, why couldn't they split their time if she was really that sad? Like, she said she was depressed and sad until she had her kids. And I was like, weren't you married before you had those kids? So you were depressed and sad before that? So something in the milk ain't clean. I want to say maybe it is the sex, but also maybe Joe Jonas was a little controlling and maybe he wouldn't let her. He is really tight with his brothers, apparently, but I don't know. Like, something doesn't add up. I feel like it wasn't just she was sad. You know what I mean? There was something else going on. So I would love to know that, like, if you want to look into that. But you know what? Let's be a little positive. Like, will she get her dream? Like, can they co-parent in the future and have this beautiful Christmas day with all their families together? Because they got money, they can fly people in and like make this work. You know?
All good questions. I love it. So I will look at who lying.
I love that.
What's really going on? Somebody lying.
And I will do the optimism card. If this is really going to be the perfect holiday at some point, like maybe in the next 5 years, let's say, that's enough time to figure things out. And Victoria, you look like you're using the new deck. What deck are you using?
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you look like your wig is a little frizzy, and I was gonna say, yeah, I've been through hell. This is the never should have made it wig. Y'all gonna be seeing it as long as Trump is president. I never should have made it, but I did. All right, it's not gonna see a flat iron. I am in depression. I'm mourning.
Dude, every week it's gonna just get
lighter and lighter. It's gonna get. That's right. Let me looking like Albert Einstein at the end of the 4 years. All right. So the new deck. That's right, Julia. I'm glad you asked me. You're so thoughtful. I swear. Like you notice everything. So yeah. Infinite Visions Tarot deck. This was a gift a long time ago from somebody that I'm not friends with, so I don't use it very often. But today I'm feeling a little messy, so I'm pulling out the Infinite Visions.
okay.
Like this deck. It is very visual, Renaissance images. Absolutely love it. Okay.
Love it. It's a beautiful deck. Sure. Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna make it work? They really want it to. I mean, she really wants it to. Like I have the bear, we have the otter. I'm using the nature nurture deck now. So the sea otter is about kinship, and then the bear is about mother bear. I feel like, you know, the family really wants to make this work. They want to see the kids together and see all the families come together, because here we do have the message of a union. This is maybe invitations going out to make this big, you know, celebration happen. But you know it's going to be hard. His brothers are busy, you know, like the other brothers married to Priyanka Chopra. Like I feel holidays, this is the community, here's the ghost. Like trying to make those schedules work, you know, to go somewhere else. It would probably be more of Sophie's family coming to wherever the Jonas's celebrations are. So it might not be exactly what she wants, but it looks like it could happen. That's the only like roadblock I'm seeing. And then, but to be honest, the harvest and the death card showed up. So this thing to me is like, it might not happen for the holidays. It might be something more like the kids' birthdays. You know what I mean? Because the harvest could be, you know, the abundance of the holidays and things like that. So it might actually happen later or before the holidays. So yeah, I feel like they're going to make it work. They're going to make it work.
That's beautiful. All right. Now let's look at why it didn't work. Okay. So they did have a very much love connection with this relationship. But I kind of tend to agree with you, Julian. Like there is a level of controlling, like a controlling limited aspect to this relationship that was a little too much. And what really played a role in the separation was when the kids came. It's like, do I want to raise my kids in this environment? Because it looks like the environment to some degree got pretty toxic between the two of them. And it doesn't look like there was any kind of like interception here to kind of balance that out. And so when the kids came, there was so much concern about the environment these kids were growing up in. And they just felt like, okay, we need to find something that can work. Like maybe we do need to split because maybe we'll be better apart than we are together. So it wasn't because the sex wasn't good. I don't think it was great, but it wasn't because it wasn't good. Okay. So what we've got the cards to back this up was the Ace of Cups. This is the love. So when it's here, it shows like they really did love each other. But then it's combined with the devil. This is the controlling energy. This is the limitation. This is that that negative toxic influence in the relationship, and it can be like all encompassing and hard to get out of. And usually when the devil comes, like there is a certain level of sexual attraction, you know. So that's why I say the sex wasn't terrible. It probably was good. It wasn't good enough, shit. But okay. And the son, this is the child. This is the child that came into the picture. And it comes in with the 9 of Swords. Look at how worried she is. Like the swords are above her head. You know, she's even asleep because she's so concerned. You know, with the kids in the picture, like it really made her look at things differently. And so then Temperance. This is where you find balance and you say, okay, it's not working the way it is now. How can we balance it out in a way that works? So even though she said it wasn't going to work out, she just figured they'd be better separate than they were together. Oh, well. That's what you get for getting married.
She's doing fine. She's dating someone else now. I don't know if we mentioned that, so she's fine.
Well, the chandeliers are swinging, I guarantee. All righty. So last story of the day. Y'all remember Gypsy Rose Blanchard? The woman that went to jail because her mom, you know, she had that Munchausen syndrome. She was basically making her daughter sick to get sympathy, and Gypsy lashed out, had her boyfriend at the time murder her mother, and, you know, she went to jail for that. While Gypsy was in jail, y'all, Gypsy was busy. She was finding love, hunty. She was getting pen pals, hunty. She met not one, 2 men. Okay, she met one man, Ken Urker. They got engaged in 2018. In jail. Then they went their separate ways. I don't know where she went. I guess she went to the back of the cell from the front of the cell. But they went their separate ways. And then she got with Ryan Anderson while she was still in jail. Okay. They went on a lot of pen pal dates and they got married in jail. They married and stayed married for 2 years. Gypsy got out. They got divorced. Okay. 4 months later, Gypsy got pregnant by Ken, the first man from jail. I mean, she said, I filed for divorce. 4 months later, I done got inseminated with some other man's baby. I mean, Gypsy going raw. She out here from the windows to the walls. Ladies, take note. Okay? So they required in her state that she get a paternity test, because if you were married for a certain number of months after you got divorced, the default paternity on the birth certificate is the ex-husband. So she had to get the paternity test to prove to the state that, nah, I got pregnant by this other dude. That's what happened when you live in the South, y'all. Just know that shit. Y'all need to vote, okay? This is some bullshit. So this is ghetto. And I love it. Like, I can love it. Like, at the end of the day, ladies, this gives us hope. If there's no ring on your finger right now, what are you doing wrong? You ain't even in jail. You ain't even in jail. She got men coming to see her. They writing letters to her. Who wrote a letter to you? You can't even get a text. Girl, reevaluate. You looking in the wrong place. You want to find a man, you don't need to go to the club. You don't need to go to the bar. You need to go to the post office. That's where these dudes that's looking for a woman are at. They mailing letters. Dressed up. Put your good wig on. Go to the U.S. post office near you and open your eyes, girl. Julian, thoughts?
Thoughts. I don't know. I feel like Gypsy Rose does not give a fuck. You know what I mean? She's all like, I'll take you, I'll marry you, I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna have your baby, I'm gonna show everybody the paternity test. Like, this was all on TikTok. Like, she does not care what anybody thinks, y'all, which I kind of love for her. You know what I mean? She's been through a lot. Like, her mom literally was trying to kill her slowly. So let Gypsy Rose be. Let her be happy with Ken Urker and their new baby. It's proof she's doing fine. But yeah, like I know these guys actually weren't bad guys. Like I feel like what was her last husband?
Right.
Ryan. He was like a special needs teacher, like just a good guy. And he said that that's all he ever wanted was Gypsy Rose. So she must have some really good.
Salivary glands.
Ooh, did she have
Oh wait, they
salivary
were
glands?
removed.
Right.
They was removed. Oh, my
Those
bad.
making sandwiches. So yeah, I feel like there's something about a woman who doesn't give a fuck that guys like would be attracted to because she has no shame. And so I'm like, oh my God, why are you not paying attention to me? Just validate me because you're so unbothered. Like you don't care. And it just makes people want more. So take note, y'all. Gypsy Rose, because she's an energy, man. Like give yourself some Gypsy Rose energy. I want to know, is she gonna stay true to Ken Urker now? Like, who knows? She's a wild card. Is there someone else that's gonna come up?
I want to know, was she fucking Ken while she was still married to Ryan? I mean, the answer is yes, because she got pregnant 4 months after she filed for divorce. They weren't even divorced yet. But I want to know, before she filed for divorce, was she already?
Mm. All
I
right.
mean, like, what you gonna do? Put me to jail?
Right.
It ain't illegal.
I'll just find another man in jail. Okay, why don't you do the past and I'll do the future then? You see if she was fucking Ken, and I'll see if she's gonna fuck somebody else. If she's gonna stay true.
All right, Gypsy, we all up in your drawers, girl. It's what
Yeah.
it is.
But honestly, I'm happy for you, whatever you choose. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Wow.
What is
I'm
going
not
on?
seeing anything like this. Okay, y'all. So the unique thing about the Infinite Visions Tarot is that it not only has the Magician and the Priestess, which are like two powerful, magical people in the tarot. It has the Dark Magician and the Dark Priestess, which are like, they use their powers, but they use them for evil and not good. They're not trustworthy people. Both of those cards came up in this reading. And okay, so let me just give you what I picked up on this. Gypsy had already started this rekindling with Ken before her marriage was over, because in her mind, the marriage was over. Whether they were still married or not, whether she had filed for it or not, she was done, and it was done in her mind. And so she felt like she didn't really care anymore. She's going to do what she wanted to do. And so she was splitting time between both of those people because she already saw, like, she really wanted to marry Ken. She felt like she should have married Ken to begin with. So the cards that I've got to back this up: the Dark Magician, look at his ass, a wolf. Dark cloak. And then I clarified it and got the Dark Priestess. Damn. Look at her ass. She got a demon behind her. She covering her face, sneaky ass bitch.
Kind of looks
All
like
right.
her.
Gypsy Rose. And then we've got the World. This is a completion of a cycle. This over with. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, which is starting a new beginning, accepting the challenges. And the Six of Pentacles. This is like having enough to give back to other people. So she said, bitch, I got some pussy for my husband and my man. She had more to share. She was feeding the needy. Okay. And then the Four of Wands. This is the I want a marriage, I want stability card. She already had started in her head, I want to be married to somebody else. And his name is Ken Urcher. And so I'm going to start my family regardless. Damn.
All right. Go ahead, Gypsy. Again, going for what she wants. So I do see love between both of them. We have the bouquet and we have the birds. This is lovebirds, conversations opening up about the bouquet. This is their wedding day. But look, this is what's kind of happening. I feel like they will be loyal to each other. We have the home card. They are building a home together. The dog is about loyalty. But it looks like we have the stork. I mean, not the stork, the fox, and then we have the ship. So this is saying to me, I feel like this is Ken being on Gypsy, like white on rice during this adventure, so she won't be able to have room to mess around because he is like, I know you too well. And now we have the scythe, and then we have the stork. This is saying there's going to be more children coming in. That's what it's saying. The stork brings children. They're reaping that in. They are going to build a happy family, but she's going to be a little on a short leash, I guess, when it comes to Ken and her. So she won't have room to play.
You know who he with. Mm-hmm. Govern yourself accordingly, Ken. Because the way you got her, the way you gonna lose it. So he know the game. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys. If you enjoyed this part of the show, please like, share, and give us a comment. We respond and subscribe to the channel. And this part is dedicated to you. It's the inspirational reading for your week. This is a general reading for all of you. I'm going to be reading for love for the singles and couples. And since Julian pointed out I was using a different deck, I'm also going to use a different deck for this as well. It's the Magical Dimensions Oracle cards. So get ready for a really confusing reading. No, but they read a little different, but they were feeling lonely. So I said you guys could be on the show today. Julian, what about you?
I'm going to do the energy for next week, just what you need to look out for, kind of how it's going to be going. I'm actually going to use my Nature Nurture and the Lenormand together, and we'll see what shows up. Do a little hybrid. So the way that I'll do it with this one is I'm going to read the energy with the Nature Nurture, and then I'm going to do kind of like how the week is going to unfold with the Lenormand. So if I could look at the energy.
Okay, I'm going to start with the singles and couples.
Okay.
So singles, you guys got an interesting combination of cards here. You've got the adventure card, the empowerment card, and the exploration card. Now, put together, that to me is not really indicating a soulmate coming in this week, but what it is indicating is like you got to set the framework for what you're going to call in the form of your love life. So this week, the assignment is get your ass out the house and do something fun. Go outside of your stomping grounds. Go somewhere, a neighborhood you haven't visited. Go to a place you haven't done and explore and have a new experience. And when you go, be confident, be you, dress up, look good, because that might be the environment that you need to be in to open up yourself to a new beginning in love. So here's the adventure card. Very cute. Very demure, very mindful. The exploration card. So we got adventure and exploration together. That's why I'm saying go somewhere new. Go in a new neighborhood. Go have a new experience. And an empowerment card. Look at her on her horse, on her unicorn. Okay. A single man that's got a job. That's the unicorn. No, but she got her unicorn here. This is how you get it. So step out your comfort zone. You got an opportunity. All right. Now for the couples, y'all's thing actually looks good. It's indicating that who you with is a soulmate. I don't know if he's like the only soulmate you're going to have, but he is a soulmate. He, she, they are your soulmate. And it's also putting a play of here of emotional freedom and the guardians. So it's like within reason, within, parsing it out, exploring more vulnerability in your relationship.
Mm.
Being willing to communicate about the feelings that scare you, the feelings that you're a little insecure about, actually sharing that with your partner, lowering your defenses, but also like within reason. Like, don't go all the way through, but you with somebody that, you know, for now you're supposed to be with. So dip into your vulnerability this week. So the cards I got are the promise. Look at them kissing with his headbands,
Mm.
probably his receding hairline. It was just cute, you know, do you, brother. So we got the promise here. We've got the guardians. This is the protecting your energy. And then emotional freedom. So it's like you protect your energy by being vulnerable, by being open, by being safe with your partner. And the only way you know you're safe is if you start to give a little bit more vulnerability. All righty, guys. Good luck this week. Don't
All
fuck it
right. Be vulnerable. All right. So next week, the energy of kind of how things are going to go, and then a little bit of how to proceed. So it looks like we have the lilies, which is to me talking about maturity. And with that maturity comes change. That might be a little anxious because that change is happening in connections that you have made with friends. Because this change that you have created, it's time to let go of people that have been confusing you. Because here's the clouds, meaning confusion. So if I'm reading those together, it's saying like things are changing. You're emotionally being more mature. So maybe some people are not going to be able to come with you on this journey. So start to look at people that maybe their words aren't matching their actions so that you are less confused. Make sure the people that you have around you are very clear on what they want and what they want from you so that it's an even exchange or even just authentic, you know? As that starts to happen, you are going to move forward probably closer to the end of the week on this new journey that's going to happen very quickly to guiding you to places and things where you are going to find people that are going to be more aligned with you. So I want to say at the end of the week, like find a place that maybe you have been wanting to try out, like something that fits into this new version of yourself that you've kind of been working on. You know what I mean? Like, so if that is, you know, you wanted to be more social, go to like a meetup or something like that. You know, if you wanted to have more fun, like maybe go out and go dance or something like that. So those are kind of some things that you could do to live into this person that you have been trying to become or is part of your becoming. The other things that I'm seeing, these things are not going to be easy this week. So we have the wisdom card, the acorn, and then we have the phoenix. So this is saying to me that with this new consciousness that you're creating, maybe there's a ritual that goes along with it because there are emotional things, because we do have the detox card that you need to let go of and just be grateful that you're ready to move past them. So also when you start to go through this week, if you're feeling emotional, let them rise up, understand where they're coming from, know that you have the tools, you have the understanding, the awareness of where this is coming from so that you could do a ritual. That could be a burning ritual. That could just be, a ritual bath. This could even just be lighting a candle. And then let the emotions come up and be grateful that they were there because you are ready to release them. So I hope that was helpful for this coming week. And yeah, Victoria, what's up?
Sounds good to me. Why don't you
All right.
close us out, Julian? This was really awesome.
Okay, cool. We're happy to be here with you, digging into the hot topics, giving you that personal reading. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.